guess who stepped in the room? I bet y'all never, ever ain't never gonna be live at 7. What time is it? 7 o'clock in the morning, child. 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just gonna ride out. I don't even know if I'm gonna keep this up. I'm just gonna ride and be live. So I just want to say good morning, hello, and welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Coach Mean Reen. Hi, Anthony. I'm driving, hun, so I can't really read what you're saying. But can you hear me? Can you put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me? Oh, you're driving too. So my name is Coach Mean Reen, and welcome back to my channel. Okay, great. Hi, pretty heart. So I'm driving, guys. Actually driving to NYC. I'm going to take care of something with my mama today, and I'm my mama's oldest child, so I always, like, when she need me, I'm there. I don't care what I got going on, that don't matter. I'm there for my mama. So I'm headed to her right now. So that lets you know, like, the real and how much I love my mom, because, child, I love my mama more than sleep, y'all. She got me up early. I was up early this morning, and I was sitting here just riding, not even listening to no music or nothing. And I was like, I'm gonna go live. I don't normally go live this time in the morning, but but I just felt like going live. I hope you guys can hear me okay. To me, it sounds loud. Like, you know, I can hear trucks. I'm on the highway. I have all my windows up, right? Yeah. But it just feels like it's loud. I hope y'all can hear me okay. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. This week, guys, has been a crazy week. Not really in my personal life too much. My personal life, knock on wood, all praises to God. My personal life is pretty steady and pretty cool. Like, that's, my main personal everyday life is fine. It's just little things, not little things, it's just things that are happening outside of my doorstep. You know what I'm saying? Hi, whoever's coming in, welcome. If you coming in here, please behave yourself. That's all I ask, is that you are respectful. I can't really interact too much with the chat. I'm just kind of talking, and I feel like something told me to go live, so something I'm gonna say is gonna touch somebody. I'm not saying I'm a prophet or none of that. Don't think I'm thinking I'm holier than anybody else. But sometimes when I speak, when stuff comes out of my mouth, even I get inspired. I go back and watch stuff that I've said before, and I inspire myself. I encourage myself. Because most of the time I'm talking to me too, child. I'm no better than any one person, you know what I'm saying? So please don't think that I'm thinking that. But, child, this week has been very emotional for me, as far as, and at the same time, like, emotional, but then I'm thinking, like, I've been questioning why. I mean, sure, like when Malcolm Jamal Warner, when he passed, I literally felt like I lost my big brother. Or maybe not as severe. Like if I lost my big brother, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be able to just go to work and function, because it's like someone in your life. But I really felt it. Like I was like, wow. I was surprised, because I don't wake up every day thinking about Malcolm Jamal Warner. And no offense to him, I mean he's a phenomenal man as far as, you know, his career, how his longevity, and the iconic character he played, the Theodore Thaddeus Huxtable. I think it was Thaddeus was his middle name. I think so. But something about his passing touched the inner child maybe in me, I guess. I don't know. I don't have the words for it, but just give me a while. The words will come. But it really did affect me. And then I started to think about, and you know what else too? I think when someone around your age passes, it makes you think of your own mortality. It kind of makes you, Anthony, it really did. And he, you know, it makes you think of your own mortality. And then Malcolm passed away, and I think it's the manner in which he passed too. He passed away on a family vacation, and that's how my daughter passed. Like she was on vacation with my mom, and it was their first granddaughter, grandma vacation. My mom was so hyped, like, oh my God, to take her on a trip. And my mama is a traveler. She goes all over. And that was going to be the first trip of many. Like my daughter would have, by the time, if my daughter was still here at this age, she would have been more traveled than her own mother. Child, her grandmother was getting ready to take her all over the world. Like that was going to be their first trip. And that little girl passed away. And it affected my family in a way. And I think that kind of, maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is, because I'm thinking about the long-term effects, and that his daughter, and how she's going to have to carry the pain and trauma of losing her dad. You know, when somebody passes away like that, it's traumatic for many people for the rest of their life. You know what I'm saying? Good morning. Good morning, P9. Good morning. I'm sorry if I'm not seeing you right when you come in, guys. I'm driving, and you know, safety first. But I think that's what it is. I think it's more of thinking about like the long-term effects. Because, you know, if you guys have been following me for a while, or maybe if you're just new and you don't know, I mean, you know about my daughter, but I talk openly about death and about like grieving and my grieving process, because that isn't discussed enough for me. I feel like people talk about that initial stage of grief, like when the person first passes away, and most people, if they haven't lost a family member, I'm talking about a family member, listen here, if you haven't lost a family member that lives in the house with you, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the people that you live with every day, or you have lived with, like your mom, your dad, God forbid, Lord Jesus, your siblings, God forbid, Lord, and then your spouse, God forbid. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about those types of losses. It hits different, because it's someone that you spent a lot of time with each and every day, and that person to be gone, you know, initially people are, you know, they come around and they offer their condolences, and people don't really know what to, I mean, like, what do you really say to someone if they've lost someone like that, you know? But it's the overtime, it's dealing with the grief for the rest of your life, dealing with the loss for the rest of your life, that I don't see as many people talk about. You know what I'm saying? They don't, like, it's just the initial, oh, my condolences, they're in a better place, foolishness. I mean, I'm sorry to say foolishness, but to me, that when people say they're in a better place, that grinds my, please don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. It's not comforting to me. That's not comforting at all. That's really not. I don't know, even though I can't even explain to you why. It's just not comforting. But it's the long-term grief. It's the long-term pain. And a lot of people are silently dealing with that. Because, like, the realization that your loved one isn't coming back, that might not kick in for the first 5 years. Like, hi, somebody from Russia. I see Russia. What up, Russia? How you doing, Russia? Y'all come in peace? Then welcome to Coach Mean Reen's channel. Welcome to the committee. We in the gym, or we moving. We in a mobile gym today. But I don't know why I'm talking about this first thing in the morning, child. But it is what it is. And I think like I said, somebody that's gonna come across this video needed to hear whatever I'm gonna say. I don't even know what I'm gonna say. I have no idea what's gonna come out my mouth. But it's the long-term stuff. It's the long-term realization that the person that you love the most is never ever coming back. So I talk about this in pieces here and there. I talk about when my daughter, like, times when it really affects me. And I think you're gonna hear a lot about my feelings in the next month, because the next month and change, because we're nearing her death date anniversary, the worst day of my life. We're nearing that date. And the end of summer is always really depressing for me. Not because it's the end of summer, but because that is the last week I spent with her, like that last week in August. And then she passed away on September 2nd. So that doesn't, this time doesn't, I don't like it. But I'm able to talk about it. Like, even though, staying on your blood clot, Leon. Sorry, guys. Hi. I'm driving with the trucks, and sometimes they be drifting. I don't know if they falling asleep or what, but stay in your big old truck over there. Not over here. Over there. Over there. But that's really, I think that's really like why I talk about it openly, because people don't. And people are left to suffer in silence. And people are drinking their sorrows away. People are secretly taking drugs to hide their sorrow. People are eating in secret. People are doing things that are going to negatively affect them to deal with that pain, because it's a pain that's so deep. It don't matter how much you drink. That bottom of the bottle ain't gonna take away the pain. It's still gonna be there. And there's not enough liquor in this world to take that pain away. There's not enough drugs in this world to take that pain away. You gotta face it head on with a clear mind. You gotta face it head on. I think for me, what works is the working out. Working out helped me a lot. Helped me a hell of a lot. When my baby first passed, that was the first time I did a fit camp, like a boot camp. It was a 6-week program, or either 6 or 8 week program, and it was intense. And that took my pain and channeled it into something else. I was able to take my pain and channel it into something else, and that's better than picking up the bottle and starting to drink your sorrows away, because now you're making your issue or your situation even worse, because now you have 2 demons. You got that liquor and you got the pain. That pain, woo, could take hold of you if you let it. It will take hold of you, and it will control everything in your life. I got a testimony, y'all. Like, I thank God that I'm able to speak about this. I'm able to talk about this. Because in the news this happened this week. I don't know if you guys saw this. I'm sorry if I'm not in the chat. Hi, who's that? Ryan. Hi, Ryan. This week a young became viral because of what happened, but he took his own life. He went to visit his son's grave, and he took his own life. He couldn't handle that pain. When I tell you the pain of losing your child with their little self and their little hands and their little feet, and them looking up to you for guidance and safety, it's child. It is not a nice feeling. But yeah, so when I saw that he said he couldn't handle it. Because that pain will take hold of you. It will. If you sit there and stew in it, if you sit there and start questioning God and asking him why. Look at this. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Let me slow down. Let me get away from these people, because they, child. And this guy that's right up in my app, pause. Y'all want to see some road rage? You could go around, sir, because I'm not driving faster than this, because these people keep braking in front of me here. So if you want to risk your life, you could go around. I'm not doing it. All right? So anyway, guys, I'm sorry to start off with such a sorrow. If you don't know that pain, you better praise the Lord above. You better thank God you don't know the pain of losing somebody that literally holds a piece of your heart, child. You better thank God. Colts go again, talking about death. If you don't know that pain, you better get down on your knees. Look at you. Oh Lord, we're getting. You know what? The closer you get to New York, the more ignorant and ridiculous the drivers. And that Liberian girl, you know that you came and you changed my world, just like in the movies. Hey Yolanda, happy Friday. So I'm just riding out. I'm on my way to do something with my mama. So I think my messed up for a minute there, but you guys have to remember, like, I'm going over bridges and whatnot. So there were some folks in here, but they didn't even let me know that they couldn't hear me anymore. They just broke out. I mean, just no loyalty. No, I'm just kidding. They were like, boop, we can't hear her. It's all good, y'all. So, ooh, speaking of, Miss Yolanda, how your body feeling today? How that body feeling today, girl? I am sore. I feel sore, but I've been feeling sore all week, child. Cause I be going in, like I be working out, yo. Like like when I look, I have to upload the workout onto my website, and when I do that, I be like, ooh, girl, you be working out, child. What you said? My knee doesn't hurt as bad. Oh, good. That's good. I'm glad your knee's feeling a little better. But you know what? Like, when you start working out, like the way you were working out this week, you're going to have a lot of different things pop up. Your knee's going to hurt. Your elbow, some weird places be starting to hurt. Your ankle feels sore. Your wrists. All of this stuff because you're doing something that you haven't done before. You're shocking your body. And some of those areas that are weaker, they're gonna start playing up on you a little bit. Like your knee, hip. Some people they start complaining about their hip, their calf. I'm just thinking of stuff people started telling me about when they started work. Yeah, their stomach. There's definitely the stomach. Their groin, like in between their thighs, their butt. They scream at me and talk about they can't sit on the toilet. But you got to think about that. Like when you start feeling like that and your muscles feel super sore like that, for me anyway, it makes me think like, dag, well, what was I doing before? Because I never felt like that before. Especially like when I first started working out the way that I do now, it was with the trainer. It was with my coach, my fitness coach, that taught me how to work out the way that I do. And when I first went to her, like the very first time, I was like, oh, that's what working out is supposed to feel like. You're supposed to feel it. Like you're supposed to feel something. I didn't, because like when I was working out on my own, I didn't feel nothing. I would go to the gym. And I thought I was doing something, honey. I would go, but that's, you don't know. If you don't know, you don't know. I would go to the gym and I would do like 20 minutes on the elliptical. And I'm on the elliptical and I'm moving. So I'm like, yeah, I'm killing it. I'm doing it. But really, all you're really doing when you do that, like you do the cardio and stuff like that, it's good. It's good to do cardio because it's cardiovascular activity. You're working out your heart, sure, but if you're trying to like do something like lose weight, change your body composition, doing the little 20 minutes on the elliptical ain't gonna cut it, shorty. You gotta pick up them weights. Oh, what up, Lala? I can just tell who that is just by the damn text. Hey, Lala. I can't read everything in the chat, guy, because oh wait, we hitting a little traffic. Good. Hold on, let me see if I could catch you. Even though I work out every day, I had never worked out with that type of intensity. Oh yeah. Like that's the thing when people be like, oh, I work out every day. And this is no offense to anybody. Because people have to start where they start, right? But when you say that, like you be like, I'm not just talking about you, Yolanda. I'm talking about a lot of people. Because I did the same thing until I got a coach. And this is why I preach. You need a coach. Especially if you're trying to like really change your body composition and really lose some weight. You need a coach in the beginning because you don't have any idea what you're doing. When I started, I'm telling y'all, I used to get on the elliptical and I would do 20 minutes of cardio and then leave the gym. And I thought, I was like, oh, I worked out. And I was doing that like 3 times a week. And I was like, I thought I was doing something. I really thought I was doing better than sitting on the couch. So don't get me wrong, that is doing something. But the reason why people stop working out altogether is because they're doing that. They're going to the gym, they're walking, they're on TikTok paying attention to these people that went and got BBLs, misinforming them. They're going to go on that stupid Stairmaster with stupid resistance bands on. I can't stand seeing that in the gym, I swear. But it's not going to... It does something, okay? But y'all, on that Stairmaster, doing a little 5-10 minutes on the Stairmaster, kicking their leg back, and then they get off of there, and then they'll go on the treadmill and 3.5 at 3.5. So they get on there and do that because TikTok said so. But You're not pushing. You're never going to push yourself the way a coach is going to push you. Once it starts getting tough, you start sitting, that's it. You're gonna sit down. You're not doing nothing else, and you're never going to get to that level of pushing yourself past your comfort zone on your own. Only a few people are able to do that, like completely on their own. I didn't even do this on my own. I had a coach. I didn't learn how to get the level I'm at now by myself. I had a coach that pushed my behavior. No, actually, she literally dragged me out of my comfort zone. Dragged. Literally. Like, she had me running. It was a group of us running. And I was running, you know, the way I was walking. No, matter of fact, I had stopped jogging. I can't even say I was running. I was light, like a shuffle jog. That's what I was doing. And I had stopped doing that and started walking because it was and breathe heavy. She came all the way to the back of the line, because of course I'm all the way in the back of the line now. She came all the way in the back, took me by the hoodie, and took off running. Did you hear me? I said took off, like her coach level of running. She took off running. And I was like, please stop. And I'm breathing super hard. And then when she stopped, I started crying. Like I was literally, oh no, I think it did it again. Can y'all hear me? If you can hear me, let's drop a 1. When she stopped, I started crying. I didn't throw up or anything. I just started crying hysterically. Like, and that was the day that I was like, oh, I get it. Like, it's hard. Yes, but I didn't die. I'm still here. I'm still here. And now I see I can do more than what the hell I've been doing. Because you will stay right there in your comfort zone and you'll never push yourself past that. Never. Even when you think you're pushing yourself past that, that ain't pushing. Okay? That's not pushing. And some, you know, I think some people say when it comes to like working out and stuff, they're like, you ain't got to do all of that to lose weight. You don't. You can walk and lose weight, fine. Yeah, sure. You could walk and lose weight, but I'm not talking about just losing weight. I'm talking about reversing all of the damage that you've done to your body, all of the muscle mass that you do not. Ooh, what the hell? His fat son. Sorry, Lord. But this guy, I mean, you should have saw what he just did. He's out of his mind. I'm talking about reversing years and years of damage on your body. When you're a large person, and this is why I call myself the fitness coach, or the plus size fitness coach, or your plus size fitness coach, because it's different for big girls. If you're a big girl, and you've been fat. I'm gonna be real. You've been fat your whole life. That's a lot of skin, and that's a lot of muscle mass that isn't there, and a lot of fat that is just hanging on to your body. And that's going to require you to use some weights. You got to pick up weights. Doing a little walking, that ain't nothing to a giant. It might go in and out, guys. I'm on the bridge. You got to pick up some weights, and you got to work to get that, to change your body composition. To listening to them little twiggy girls that just have to lose a little 10, 15, even 50 pounds to change your body composition, to lift and tuck without the surgery. And then even still, you might still need to get skin removal surgery. You might. The only place that I have a lot of loose skin where I can't do it is my belly. But it's different. It is different. It's not the same. Like, When somebody is like smaller and they have to lose like 10 pounds, I can still coach them because I can get them to lose the weight. But my main thing, I like to work with women that have been heavy their whole life. Because first of all, I'm reversing. I have to work on reversing how you think about working out. I have to reverse all of the myths you've been told. And the reason why I'm able to do that is because I've done it to myself. I've done it myself. I've had a coach. I've been coached. I've studied this. I studied this. And the added bonus is not only did I study this, I live this. Every day. Big girl on the scene with the gangster lean. And it just having to navigate the fitness world, being a plus size person. Like sometimes I get this. Most times I go to the gym, but people, when they first see me, they can tell that I'm fit, but people often think well, actually not, because when I go to the gym, I get this all the time, and people always, it cracks me up every time. Like, I'll go into the gym and I'm working out, and when I'm working out, I work out the same way I work out at home. Crazy. So I'm going in at the gym, and somebody will always come to me and be like, "Good for you." What the hell does that mean? Somebody tell me, what does that mean? Good for you. It's like gold star for Marcus. It's like, you're big. Look at you, big girl. You're able to move like that. Wow. Like, I don't know. It's so weird every time. And one of my clients said, "You got the weirdest gym stories, boy. People come up to you and say the weirdest things." And I'm like, child, I don't know. I think it's just the misconception that a plus size person can't be fit. And that's just not true. And to be honest, guys, I don't want to be skinny. Like, I don't want to be like a size 8 or a size 6. I don't want that. The smallest I've ever been was a size 10. Oh, God. Here we go, guys. Get ready for this. We in New York City now, child. Hopefully there's no traffic on this highway. The highway I'm on right now normally has traffic. I hope it doesn't today. Coffee's here. Black coffee, no sugar, no cream. That's the kind of girl I need down on my team. You know, I'm driving, right? So, oh yeah, people are ignorant. But the thing is, you can't let that stop you. You can't let that deter you. People, like, and if you're a content creator, you know, people are going to say the most ignorant things. They're going to call you all kinds of names. I shared this story. It's in one of my videos. I have a lot of videos, so I understand if y'all don't go and watch every single one. But it would be cool, like, one day if you just go back and watch, if you have time, and just watch my evolution, at least since November. Because that's really when I started posting on a daily basis. It's going to be a lot of videos, because think about that. From November to now, child, that's a lot of videos. But it's cool to see. What's up, Contagious? I'm driving in New York City, so I'm peeking at the chat when I get a chance. I can't, I gotta drive. I'm driving and chatting. I was just talking about being a big girl in the fitness world. And then I was tying that into, like, when you're a content creator and you putting yourself out there on YouTube, or if you're a black woman or black man working in corporate America. I find that all three of those are the same vibe. Starting on social media, you're gonna have a bunch of trolls that try to come for you, right? Then also, if you're a plus size person, starting your fitness journey, everybody talks about, well, just go to the gym, just lose weight. Well, then leave people, like, I see this in the gym. I used to see this all the time, because remember, guys, before I started doing my classes, I was in the gym. So I'm a very observant person, and I would see a lot of things. And people always say, oh, they need to just go to the gym. They need to get off the couch. Okay, so if you see big people in the gym, what the hell are you staring at them for? They're in the gym, like you said, right? So leave them alone and let them work out. Just hit them with the head nod like you do with everybody else, and left them alone. I don't get that. Like, staring at them and shit. I'm like, like, that's why people don't come to the gym no more. And that was one of the reasons, that's one of the things that sparked me doing my classes, or thinking about doing classes at home. And then COVID happened, and it, like, definitely made it a reality. Because when it was a thought, I was like, how would I do that? And I don't know, like, do you use Skype? Like, because remember, Skype was, like, really popular. Zoom wasn't, well, it wasn't as popular to me, Zoom, prior to COVID. What's happening? Sent a floating heart. Thank you. I'm passing Coney Island. I wish I could show you guys, but I'm not in the way I have the camera isn't the best. Maybe, let's see. Y'all want to see? No, it's hidden now. The big wheel, but it was over there. I'm gonna keep it up. Maybe you'll get a peek of it through the. I don't think so. Anyway, well, that was the train too. I don't know if y'all saw that. Trying to give y'all sights. Oh man. So yeah, I'm in BK right now. You know what I'm saying? Driving through. Nah, I'm driving through Coney Island. So yeah, so all those three areas kind of overlap as far as like how people make you feel when you're a black person in corporate America, having to assimilate, having people stare at you when you have a certain position, second guess you if you're a woman in charge of things, second guessing you every decision. You're always having to like double check and triple check your stuff. People assuming the worst, that you don't know what you're talking. It's very tiring, child. And I don't even work, I can't even call my position like corporate America, but I find myself having to check my manager sometimes. And when I say check, I don't mean like pop in and all of that, but there's definitely they definitely have issue, and she probably doesn't even realize that she does this, but they have an issue with like double checking and second guessing. It's a very subtle microaggression. It's a very subtle, like, are you sure? Like it's that. Or the field that I was in prior to this position is connected to my new position in a way, well, policy-based way. So I have expertise in that area. Expertise in that area. Okay? But, and this drives me up the wall and around the corner, child. When we're talking about something practical that I did every day for almost 10 years, right? They will bypass my expertise and contact one of their contacts that have no idea, that has never done the job that I did. They'll call them and ask them their opinion before taking what I said seriously. It's fun to watch. And if I was a different type of person, that would really bother me. But I'm not, like, my job, like, I like my job, it's cool, but that's not my passion. You know what I'm saying? So that stuff doesn't really bother me in that degree, because I'm not looking to, like, climb any corporate ladder, or I'm not looking for that. I just want to do the job that I do now well and go to hell home so I can do what I really want to do. So that stuff don't bother me. But boy, if I was really into my job and wanting to like climb the ladder, that would drive me crazy. What? But I let them have it, child. I mean, I let them have it. You hear me? I let they behind have it. Like, I mean, not have it yelling at them. I mean, have it like, y'all can have this. And I just sit back and watch the show, child. And then every once in a while, I can sneak in the reel. And the way that I do it is I'm always at these meetings. I'm always sitting at the table. And I act. I know how to do it. You know how we do. We know how to do it. We sit and act invisible until we get, and I let them go back and forth with their whitewashed ideals and ideas, and I just sit back and listen, and then I'll drop a bomb on their behind and then get quiet again. Like, I'll sit and listen to a meeting for a good hour and a half and I don't say a word, and they probably think I'm not paying any attention, but I already know what y'all gonna say. You say the same things over and over, stuff that only people that observe from the outside that haven't actually lived it will say. And you don't understand, like, what's that word? Why can't I say the word? Oh my God. The little details, but the intricate detail. You know, they put white lines on the highway for a reason. Not for you to be coming over here with your foolishness and your shenanigans. Stay over there. Amen. Hallelujah. Ciao. I'm sorry, I can't really read the chat. What y'all saying? Janet. Hi, Janet. I said hi, Contagious. Hold on, y'all. The road, let me tell you, the highway is moving. I thought it was going to be a little bit more. Oh, y'all want to see New York City skyline? Y'all want to see? Hold on. Did it turn? Yes. Let me see if I can get clearer. Hold on, guys. I'm going to clear up my camera. And I'm going to open the window for you. You want to see? Can't really see it. But that was the city over there. Oh, and speaking of, you see this hat I have? This is a prototype for BFF. This is one of the part of the new merch. It says they exist. And I'm getting one of the exclusive joints.